Welcome to the exciting story of from Taylorism to self-organizing teams. In 1896, Frederick Taylor was working in a steel company, and his question was, he wanted to know how many big iron bars could we load into a train. In that time, that was the Spanish-American War, so it was really important to load those iron bars as quickly as possible in the train so that they can be moved and build ammunition for the war. So Taylor walked into the train yard and asked a worker, Smith, if he could load more bars in exchange of a 60% raise of salary. Of course, Schmidt accepted, and therefore Taylor founded a scientific way of bringing more production to the line by just having those incentives. So he thought that by raising the fees of the workers, the productivity would go up. So he wrote a book about the principles of scientific management. The first principle is to replace the rule of thumb by scientific methods. The second rule is to select, train, and develop workers. Third rule is to have a detailed description of each discrete task of the workers and to monitor the performance of that worker. Also, the fourth rule is to have a 50-50 split in between the workload of the manager who uses the scientific methods and the worker who does the tasks. So that created a very good wave of productivity inside the country in those years, and even Ford applied it to the production line. And then GM took that principle and applied it to their brand. So basically, people were putting system before the man. But something happened in the 1990s. Instead of hiring people or workers with just manual tasks, we are hiring knowledge workers. So what happened is that you can't have a detailed description of each thought of those knowledge worker anymore. So we need to re-engineer our business process. So for example, Scrum has emerged from that re-engineering. XP practices also emerged, and then we wrote the Agile Manifesto. In that manifesto, and within the 12 principles, it is stated 3 times that we should use self-organizing teams instead of resources or workers. So a self-organizing team is a team that self-organizes how to do the work around a common goal.